A triple FedEx wiggle wagon almost loses it on the Kansas Turnpike. Getting you updated from the whole past week. Driving over the sisters. And more on this episode of
The Clutch Trucker Channel.
Clutch Trucker, filmed before a live and furry studio audience. That is Rusty, the world famous meatball dog. Hey YouTube, Clutch Trucker here. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Clutch Trucker Channel. Alright, it's been almost about a week or so, almost, since I put out my last video. Sorry about that. I tried posting one Tuesday night when I was in Laramie, but then it was taking forever to upload, there were issues, and so I went to bed. I needed to get some sleep. So anyway, here I am. I'm out here. It's Friday the 11th. I'm out here in Missouri right now, eastern Missouri. Just picked up the second pick of two picks that got me out of the house Thursday. Picked up in Nebraska yesterday some sugar, and then I picked up some cookies and crackers. I even got a free pack here. Oh yeah, how about that? At Shearer's Foods there in Burlington, Iowa. So it was a long way between the two picks, and this is going down to an Aldi in Denton, Texas for late tomorrow night. As much as I hate grocery warehouses, it was the only thing to get me out of the house that was paying over $2 a mile. God, the rates just keep getting worse and worse and worse. A lot of them were paying 85 cents a mile. That doesn't even cover the fuel at all. Fuel's about $1.25 a mile. Add the insurance and maintenance on the truck and everything, you're closer to $2 before I'm making any money. So, at least I got this. As much as I hate a grocery warehouse, what are you gonna do? I got free cookies. Can't complain about that. So, anyway, what we'll do is I'll take the video I had actually put together and tried to post. I'll edit some of that down and show you some of the highlights from that trip when I had that round trip from Loveland to Salt Lake and back. Glass and glass racks. It was kind of interesting. So you can check that out. And I wanted to get a little road video today while we still have some light, because here it is, 4:17 Central Time. Gets dark at 5 o'clock. That makes me violent. I hate this time of year when it gets dark so early, and when you have less daylight than you do dark time, you just feel like as a truck driver, all you're ever doing is just, you're in the dark all the time. And you leave in the morning before it's light, and when you get parked at night, it's already dark, and you just feel like you have no free time in light at all. That gets a little annoying. Alright, so without further ado, let's go back in time to Monday when I was picking up that load down in Loveland. Alright, here I am at my pickup in Loveland, Colorado. This is Cardinal CG Company, and they do glass. They do, looks like mirrored type glass, or glass that's going to go into buildings. They're huge pieces of it. See inside there, and they're moving a giant piece of glass around that they're trying to load onto that flatbed Conestoga. Alright, so this is a round trip. Pick it up here, I pick up the glass, bring it to Salt Lake, and then bring back empty racks that this glass is sitting on. So it's going to be heavy load going out, lighter load coming back. So that's how that's going to work. Then, so I'll be back here on Wednesday. I'll deliver tomorrow in Salt Lake. Got a window of 8 to 5, or 8 to 3, I think it is. Because it looks like, here it is. It's late in the afternoon. The pickup wasn't scheduled 4 to 6. I got here about 3:30. So I'm going to be getting into Salt Lake very late tonight. So I went ahead and reserved a spot at that Sapp Brothers there in Salt Lake City. The nice thing about reserving there is they tell you exactly which spot you are going to be in. So I'm going to be in spot 7, which is nice to know. And you don't have to pay for it until you get there, which is also nice. So in case something happens, then you can just call them and say, hey, I'm not going to make it, and they reopen that back up. So that's how that's going to work. Now, like I say, on Wednesday when I get back here, the trick is going to be, what do we find then? Alright, look at this. There's another one of those giant panes of glass in there. You can see the reflection of everything inside as they're moving it around. I think that's pretty cool. See, these are giant panes of glass. I don't know if that's what I'm going to be getting or not, but kind of interesting. Alright, so, yeah, they ended up taking the other truck that was after me ahead of me last night at that pickup. So, unfortunately, it was kind of late when I got out of there, and then I had to go fuel up. Luckily, the load's not as heavy as they said it was going to be. But anyway, scaled anyway, it's all more towards the front of the trailer. Fueled up, got going, drove across Wyoming last night, and really wasn't too bad. It's windy again today. I only made it to that newer Loves they have out there in Green River. And so I called Sap Brothers in Salt Lake, said, yeah, I'm not going to make it, so go ahead and open that up again for someone else. Because I'm a nice guy, I try to do that. At least you can do that with the Sap Brothers one, that's nice. So here we are, and we just passed the TA in Fort Bridger, Wyoming. Stopped there many times. And now we're about to go over the Sisters, is what they call it. Got all these windmills over here to the left. Because it's always windy right here. Always, always, always. Even if it's not windy in other portions of the state, it seems like it's always windy here. Hey, and look right there, a trucker lost his steer tire. Came down the mountain. Here we are coming in the Salt Lake City area. Should be able to see downtown maybe on the right up there ahead. Alright, our exit's coming up. We're only 1.3 miles from where we need to go. We're looking for a place called Amsco, I believe. Oh, and they got that left. You couldn't even turn right if you wanted to up here. Construction, construction. Yes, and I need to be in the left lane because I'm going to make an immediate left turn right up here. Alright, green light, here we go. 1880 South, 1045 West is the address we're looking for. Lots of numbers. Pretty sure we need to turn left right up here at this next light.
Left on West 2100 South, then take the second right.
Alrighty. Didn't curb anything. Now we got another light to wait for. Alright. Almost there. Lane is okay.
south, 1045 west.
There you go. Can't find them, grind them, maybe. Alright. Shows it's up here on the left side. Oh, I see the building. Amsco. It's that light brick building up there on the left. Okay. So, now we just need to figure out where we go in. Alright, the fact that I see trailers over there with the name Amsco on them. This says main office receiving will call. Alright, well, that would be the right place to go. What do you think?
Arriving at 1880 south, 1045 west, on the left. Continue 1/4 mile to the end of the street, then turn left.
If I'm supposed to check in there, we'll find out. Alright, so there's the dock we gotta hit. That's actually going to be a pretty easy one to get into. Lots of room over here, so there you go. We'll walk on back. Opens the doors. I can show you what the load looks like. Glass on these huge racks. And then I'm taking those, more of those empty racks back, apparently. Alright. Swing her around. Lock her in. Same with the other door. Alright, so this is what we brought them. Various different sizes of racks and glass. And we'll get her backed in and unloaded. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is get myself a little better set up for that dock. So we're going to back her up, get a better angle on it. Car coming in behind me, I'm going to let them go around. And then we'll get in position for the dock here to my left.
There is currently light traffic on your route.
Thank you, Bertha. Alrighty. Trick to getting the setup right, you get closer to the dock if you can. Get your drive tires, I'm gonna wait for this car now, right back where you want to be. Then you pull forward 45 up to the right and back again straight, and that pretty much puts your ass in trailer right where you need it to be. So now we'll just wait for that car to move, and then we'll start backing up in it. It's all in the setup, baby. I put my trailer right where I wanted it to be. And as you get closer, you can back and forth a little bit and get her figured out a little bit better. Wait for the little bump. There we go. All right, good to go. All right, while we're waiting for him to unload, I'm cooking lunch, baby. Gonna cook up one of these Dons. This is what you get at the Quick Star or Quick Trips. 3 for $11. Combo sausage and pepperoni pizza. And we'll stick it in the Ninja Foodie right back there. All right, got the time and everything all set on the Ninja Foodie. We'll let it start to heat up, and then we'll shove the pizza in, baby, yeah. All right, now you can't tell me that doesn't look good, huh? Oh, baby, yeah. All right, so yeah, got unloaded, reloaded with now, they filled the trailer this time with all the empty racks. I did not do a cat scale because my app weigh told me it weighed approximately 24,000 pounds. So I'm like, okay, great. That's a little heavier than I was expecting on the way back, but good in a way, because driving across Wyoming, if you're going to run into wind, you need a little bit of weight in there. And I did run into some wind around Wamsutter, where that Loves is, out in the middle of nowhere across Wyoming, about halfway across. Ran into quite a bit of wind, and so it was rocking me around. I'm glad I had a little bit of weight in the trailer to keep the wheels on the ground. And I looked ahead at the weather and everything, and it said, you know, around between Wamsutter and Rawlins, that area, high wind warning all through the night, and it was going to get worse overnight through 2 p.m. tomorrow with wind gusts over 65 miles an hour. Well, 24,000 pounds in the trailer isn't even enough for that. So I'm like, okay, I got to keep charging ahead. I looked at the weather for Laramie, and there's no wind warning or anything, so I figured, okay, I could probably make it to the Petro in Laramie, which is where I'm at tonight, or early Wednesday morning. Yeah, well, after I got those empty racks delivered back to Loveland on Wednesday, it was late in the afternoon, and it all started with a cycle because I picked up so late on Monday, then get to Salt Lake, deliver that afternoon, and then I drive late into the night, got parked in Laramie, tried to upload the video, didn't work, and then delivered on Wednesday afternoon there in Loveland, and I was looking at the board while I was trying to get unloaded, and just nothing. The rates are just so terrible, my God. Got up early Thursday morning, 6 a.m., came out to the truck, started hunting. It took a total of 5 hours to find something decent at all. Because they were paying. I was on the phone with one broker, and picking up, I think, in like Loveland, Colorado, going up to like Litchfield, Minnesota, somewhere west of Minneapolis, St. Paul. And I was figuring, okay, that's like, 900 miles. I'm going to need like at least 1,800 on that. He's telling me about the load. He says, yeah, we've been doing that for $800. Really? 800? It's less than $1 a mile. Who the hell is taking these loads? People obviously very bad at math and who won't be in business very long. The load I ended up getting, it was on the board early that morning for, I think, 1,900. And as I kept looking at loads, calling other people, I was on the phone with Mark, and I'm looking at the loads again. I refresh it, and I'm like, hey, that one's up to like 2,300 now. And I'm like, oh, it's up to 2,700 now. And then all of a sudden, they hit $3,000. Well, reason being is it needed to be picked up in Scotts Bluff, Nebraska really soon. So I called them back, and I said, yeah, $4,000, and we'll take it. They said, well, we can't do that. I'm like, well, what can you do? Let's talk. And, they kept talking about the $3,000. I'm like, all right, how about 3,500? Well, no, the most we can do is maybe 33, maybe. I'm like, all right, look, I want 35, you want 33. If you hit 34 right now, tell me right now, and we'll take it. We took it at 34. Not great, but with as bad as the rates are, to get out of Cheyenne, to get out of the house for still over $2 a mile was damn near a miracle. All right, so here I am parked at the Tonkawa Truck Plaza in Tonkawa, Oklahoma, just a little bit down from the south of the border from Kansas. And speaking of Kansas, coming down the Kansas Turnpike on I-35, this FedEx Wiggle Wagon, a triple. I've got doubles and triples on my driver's license, but I never plan to use them, because they're always the ones that end up in the ditch, and here's a good example of why.
Took the receipts as proof, and when the judge took it, I never got it back. Did you counter sue her for the
And now the clutch trucker zoom and slow-mo. The funny thing is they're always pulled by day cabs with a really short wheelbase, And they got 3 trailers behind them. That third one is always wiggling around. But boy, you saw how close that one was to flipping over. I was pretty nervous in rolling by it. Can't seem to keep it together. Alright, I'll try to get around them without getting smacked. Another quick thing, when I was on Highway 36 there going across Missouri, cop flying by me in the left lane. I'm like, where the hell is that guy going? A few miles up, we see where it is. There's a fire truck. You can barely see this, but blocking this hopper truck. And they've got the hose down there blasting the rear tandems on the trailer. Apparently the brakes had caught fire. So that's what was going on here. Oh, big truck pulled over. Hopper. They had the fire hose on the rear axle, which means his brakes caught on fire. And now the clutch trucker zoom in slow-mo. Look carefully, you can see the firefighters right there by the tires. They're putting it out. All right, it's been I've been really running really fast and overnights and just doing splits and so forth to make all this work. So at least now I'm here in Tonkawa, Oklahoma. I got to do a long break because I don't deliver until 11 p.m. Well, technically tonight, because it is now the 12th, in Denton, Texas, at an Aldi. I hate grocery warehouses, but in a lot of ways, you know, since my appointment's 11 p.m., yeah, take all night to unload me, because where the hell am I going to park if you get me done quickly? Anywhere just north of Dallas-Fort Worth. So I would rather they take until like 5 a.m., so that then maybe I can go find a place to park. What do you think? And I gotta mention this. I've been meaning to mention it for the last couple of videos, but this great guy, Robert, when I was parked down in Glade Spring, Virginia, remember that Petro I was parked at down there, and I was doing an extended break there, and I just happened to open my curtains in the morning, and there was a guy standing out by my truck, and he said, oh, I was just gonna leave this on the step for you. And Robert left. He said, I've got this spare GoPro that I don't use anymore, and he said the battery's probably dead, but you can probably find one on Amazon, but I thought you might be able to use it for your videos and stuff. And I was like, sure, I'll happily take that. So I wanted to say, Robert, thank you so much. I still have the note right here. I've been leaving it on my dash so I don't forget to talk about you, and I'm going to order that battery off of Amazon, so I'll be able to use that GoPro, and I think that'll come in handy for me making these videos. Really appreciate all of you, anybody who sends me stuff, meets me. I love meeting everybody out here on the road. That's always great. As I always say, if my curtains are open, please come up and knock on the door. I'd love to give you the tour and everything. You can meet Rusty. If they're closed, please respect my privacy and let me sleep, because that's probably what I'm doing. But love meeting people out here. And Robert, wanted to thank you again for that GoPro. My son Justin had to show me all about it and everything, so and where to put the SD card, so we're all over that. I'll get that battery real soon, and we'll start using that as well here on the Clutch Trucker channel. Thanks so much. All right, well, thanks for tuning in for that one. Yeah, finally getting you updated over the past week, and that crazy FedEx wiggle wagon, and there's so much more. So thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe, please like and comment. Get to your comments as soon as I can. Like in this case, takes up to a week because I'm a working truck driver. There's Clutch Trucker on Instagram, Clutch Trucker on Twitter, and as always, sniff that magic YouTube fairy dust. Clutch and Rusty, out. Yeah, sorry to bother you. Can I borrow your towel? My car just hit a water buffalo. Okay, Rusty, see it right here. Here it is. No, come on down. No cheating. Come down. There it goes. Now you get to chase after it. Oh, it's on the floor. It fell. It's down here. Rusty. Down here, buddy. There you go. Oh, he found it. Oh, but he has to go up there to eat it, you see. Got to be in his favorite pet bed place. To eat that bacon strip, right? Oh, yeah. He's all over it. He's all over it like white on rice. Like hair on a gorilla. Right, Rusty? Oh, yeah. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Thank you, Dad. Thank you so much. I dream about bacon strips all day. Oh, I don't know why I sound this way, but I sound this way. Oh yeah, he's all after it. All right, you got it? Oh, a couple more chomps. Yeah. All right. Oh, I see another piece down there. Better get it. Alrighty, Rusty. We need the happy dog look. Over here. Rusty! Hey! Hello?